And then they did something else that is really interesting from a leadership perspective. So first of all, they bet the farm, right? And you could have made the case that, well, if they're so mission driven, why don't they stay on the mission of curing cancer first, right? But, if you look at like where can you have more impact, I think both of them have a lot of impact. But then they were arranging it in their mind that if we cure cancer, if we cure COVID first, if we develop a vaccine for it, this could be a test project for actually our cure for cancer, right? And so that it makes a lot of sense because that helped them to build up production capacity, advance their research, and so on. But then they had to make the decision, do we just use one vaccine candidate, or do we actually test a lot of them in parallel? And to my knowledge, all of the competitors just used one candidate. And there's another famous biotech startup in Germany called CureVac, who are also looking very good at that phase, right? And everybody thought, well, they are really smart, they're really well financed, they're going to be successful in this. And they just chose the wrong compound, right? So they decided on one, and in the end, it turned out not to be a good choice. And they made that leap of faith, and it didn't work out as it could have. But BioNTech did something else. They didn't just take one compound. They actually took a lot of compounds at the same time, even though it was way too much for the company to handle, right? And so this is, if you look at it from the outside, this might not be the most pressing or most interesting problem, right? There's always like more dramatic stuff that's more interesting. But if you put yourself in the shoes of the leader, what do you do? Do you stop with your mission of developing a cure for cancer and start developing vaccines? And if so, do you do what everyone else is doing? Do you stay within your capacity, which is, well, we have never developed a vaccine before. Just developing one is really difficult. Or do you actually go big and say, we don't know which compound is going to work. Let's try out 2 dozens, let's say. It's going to cost us an arm and a leg. It's going to be very taxing on us. But then we can let reality play. We can use empiricism and see which one of them are actually working out and then pick the winner. And so these are exactly the decisions that chief product owners and leaders of companies have to do. And it's not very easy.